Hello, welcome to this card reading. This is a card reading that I like to call the moon phase reading. This is intended and focused on the time period as we leave the current moon phase and head towards the next one. So in this case, June 11th, and the day that I am actually filming this, is the time of the full moon. And I have a previous reading that talks about the energies leading up to today. This reading is for the period of time from Wednesday, June 11th to Wednesday, June 25th, which will cover the time period as we work towards the new moon. Okay, that's the focus. This is a reading to sort of determine on a universal level what I like to call the magical weather, what we need to be looking at, what energies will be in play that we can work with to get the best effect, and what we can work with to better ourselves as magical individuals here on planet Earth. This can be used for all spiritualities, all aspects and facets of leading a magical life. This can be for manifestation work. This can be prayer. This can be spell work. This can be simply making sure that maybe you're trying to just get to the gym every day and you want to bring a little bit more magic into it. Possibly this can help you understand the energies and things that might pop up as you try to manifest more health for you as we get to the new moon. So any magical aspect, this I want is welcome here. This isn't just for Wicca. This just isn't for Druidism, or this is for anyone interested in the what I call the subtle energies that are all around us that we work with. Okay. The other thing too I want to point out is that for this reading, smack dab in the middle between these moon phases is the summer solstice. Summer solstice takes place on Friday, June 20th, 10:41 Eastern Standard Time. So be aware of that. That's going to be a big burst of solar energy. There's a reason why a lot of primitive cultures respected that time period. It is the pinnacle of the sun's power and energy here on the planet, right? And it can be a symbol for just an aspect of abundance, of happiness, of joy, of being outside, and the high point opposite that of the cold and dark of winter. Okay, so we've got a lot going on over the next 2 weeks. We're going to see what the cards have to say about what the magical weather is going to look like, so we can possibly choose what we want to work on for the best effect when the new moon hits. Now, a lot of times with these full moons and new moons, a lot of the aspects are sort of this sense of what do we want to build or look at or discard as we get ready to plant seeds for the new moon and the next moon, full moon phase, which would be in July. So think about that. We'll be seeing how this comes out as we do the reading. I will be drawing a card with the pendulum. This is a new pendulum, and I absolutely want to use it. I was going to use it for a daily reading or two, but this was a gift from my wife, and it is only, if you look at it, only proper that we use it for the moon phase reading, at least at first. So that being said, I'm going to draw the main card, the main theme of this moon phase period with the pendulum, and then I'll draw other cards by hand. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Okay, this is the Tarot Mucha by Lo Scariabo. Very beautiful deck inspired by the artwork of Alphonse Mucha. Give it a look. I'll show you some of the cards here real quick. This deck in particular has been sort of reversed, so it's upright and reverse. So we will only read upright cards unless it's just a solid pull to do otherwise. I'll spin some of these around so you can get a good look at them. Just a gorgeous deck. Highly recommended, especially if you like this art style. Okay, it gives you an idea. So let's get into it. Thank you for your patience. So settle in, take a deep breath. We're going to focus on the magical energies, the magical weather from the time period of June 11th to June 25th. Knowing that midway through we will be seeing the summer solstice. So what do we need to know as we get ready to step into these 2 weeks? What's going to be the background energy? What's going to be the energy we can work with? All right. Spread these out on this cloth, which I don't normally have. I usually use the wood, but I wanted a little different, something a little different for this reading. Okay. So I'm going to pull the main energy here. I do give it a bump. I like to get it started as far as it's swinging. All right, we're going over here. This is the main energy that we need to know about. It's right in this patch right here. That should be enough to get those separated out. It's really, I think, this one right here, but yeah, I'm getting a yes. Okay, so this is our card. It's reversed, so we are going to put it upright. And then I will pull at least 2 more cards. We'll also pull a punctuation card, which has been my tradition for a while now. Something up top. That one. That one almost slid out of the deck right in my hands. We are going to look at that upright. I have a feeling we may pull more cards here. This may turn into a 4 or 5 card reading, so be ready for that. But I want to look at these first and see what we get. All right. Main theme of this period of time from June 11th to June 25th. The 6 of Wands, celebration. We had this was the card for June 11th today when I'm doing the reading, for the daily reading. A sense of celebration, a sense of success and victory and getting things done and accomplishing everything you've set out to do and now moving forward with that victory. That's great. So a very empowering 2 weeks as we focus on our successes, our victories, and what we can do to work with post-victory, right? Like, what do you do after you win? That was kind of the theme of the card today, so I'm going to try not to read too much into that. But let's see what these other 2 cards have to say. Oh my gosh. The 9 of Pentacles. Oh, we got some conflict. Not conflict, but competition. This isn't bad. This looks bad, right? Like, this looks like a problem. This looks like... But what I want you to remember is that this is the card... this is the card of sports ball, right? Like, this is the card of friendly competition and conflict. And through that competition, you learn more about yourself. It's not bad. Competition, working with each other, rubbing against something to cause friction, right? And whether that be sports teams or whether that be martial arts or whether that be challenging yourself to get out and take a 45-minute walk every day as a random time. I don't know where that came from. But this push to push yourself into, like, sometimes you can't do that just on your own, but this is about maybe, okay, I'm going to see if I can beat a time that someone else has set for 45 minutes that's in my age group, that's at my physical activity level. Let's see what I can do. This can be a card about pushing yourself. This can be a card about being part of a team that is really rubbing into and bumping into not necessarily conflict, but competition or trying to see who can get the best of something. This is a lot of energy. This is a lot of energy, and it's about friction. It's about how did you get to the victory? What battles did you fight, both internally and externally, to get? So this is the vibe at the new moon, is this sense of victory. So getting there is going to be not only a sense of sitting in gratitude for what you have, and understanding this woman has worked very hard to get all these pentacles gathered around her and can relax and can enjoy this sense of beauty and abundance, and also knows that these pentacles didn't just come on their own. They came through hard work. They came through gratitude. They came from sharing that wealth with others and lifting other people up in order to get to a point of this not just material success, but this sense of material abundance and comfort, knowing that your basic needs are okay. And you can now not necessarily rest easy, but you can plan for your next project with a sense of comfort, with a sense of experience of what you've already done and been through, which is how you got to this card. So now it's time to look at your next victory, knowing that with all of that experience and gratitude, it's still going to be, it's not going to be smooth. There's an aspect of, I'm feeling like bumping into each other. I used to play sports, so I understand that feeling of mutual respect that happens on a playing field when you bump into each other or when you're fighting over something. And fighting's not the right word. When you're challenging each other to move forward to this pinnacle of success. And it doesn't always look like victory, and the celebration parade doesn't always look like that person that scored the most points or got the most goals, right? Or threw the weight the furthest distance. This is about a personal victory. This feels very strongly that this is about a personal victory that you attain from the next 2 weeks. And I think that we're leaning into the sense of abundance that comes from the summer solstice here as well. Being able to tap into the gratitude and the abundant energy that is going to be present at the summer solstice. I mean, come on, this card screams summertime. I love it. So it looks like the next 2 weeks, if you have the right mindset, right? If you look at what you can compete against to better yourself, you will be successful, is the message I am getting for this time period. And a lot of it is going to come from this abundant yang energy that is present right now around the summer solstice. Okay? I am going to draw another card. I'm going to draw a card on how do I want to put this? What might be something that's happening that can short circuit this? What is something that we need to be aware of that might short circuit this victory? And I might read this one in reverse depending on what we get. This one's wanting to come from the top. Yeah, okay, I almost pulled the pendulum out and did the pendulum again, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the feeling that I got. Go with the intuition. And it's... Nope. Nope, it's this one. It's one of these two. One of these two. Let's check. Take you through the whole process here. Okay, cool. That one. This one's already reversed, so we're going to look at it. Oh, okay, 6 of Swords. which is about traveling under duress, moving on from one thing to another, but it's in reverse, which means I'm going to leave it reversed. It's going to appear, this feels like what we are could distract us or kind of knock us off track to get to this point, is this feeling of we're going to move away and not engage in this energy, that we need to travel. And what this is saying is stay put, stay in the moment. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need something new. You have everything you need. Okay? You have everything you need to move forward into this. And in fact, by being sort of, by not playing, by not getting involved in the energies that are going to be present during this time period, you could get yourself stuck. So don't be concerned. Well, definitely don't sit back out of fear. But if opportunities come up for you to better yourself and to be successful and move forward, you should go ahead and feel free to step into that arena, because no matter what happens, you're going to learn something from the arena. You're going to learn something with that interaction that will be positive, that will cause movement to continue to spiral upwards. This card is saying that if you don't do that, you're liable to just spin in place. Not necessarily downwards, but I don't think the energy around summer solstice and these next 2 weeks are going to let anyone really spiral downwards. If you're paying attention to this reading, you're paying attention to the subtle energies that are in play. But staying out of the arena, or just watching, or even like feeling like you need to leave or move away from the conflict, and that energy isn't going to work. So don't be afraid to step in, even if it's just to like pass the ball once, right? Okay, coach, take me out. Put somebody else in. Like, there is a sense of interaction, and I'm feeling like the world's a stage, right? The world is a game and we are only players. Take part in the game over the next 2 weeks. There are going to be things that come forward for you where if you decide to just sit in the seats, you're going to maybe get a little stuck. And moving into this new moon energy, it's going to be really important to see these victories, no matter how small, so then you can plan for the full moon or the reaction from what you learned from that interaction and engagement. Okay. A lot of gratitude, a lot of abundance, a lot of like great summer vibes here. And it's interplaying. I'm seeing this interplay with like summer games, like the Olympic summer games or summertime fun. This could be just like a game of cornhole, right? Or a game of badminton, or like this could be something completely fun. This doesn't need to be as rough and tumble as this card makes it out to be, right? This is about engaging in the vibrancy of life and enjoying being in the physical. And you're going to learn something from it. You're going to pull something from it. And in turn, that's going to bring you into a celebration status of victory for yourself. All right. So for the punctuation card, I'm going to go with the old standby. We're going to use Angels and Ancestors cards. I'm just going to pull one. Kind of see what it has to say, see what it wants to offer. I'm going to use a slightly different method for this. This deck. This one. Okay, it's near the bottom somewhere. It's way near the bottom. It's not the bottom card. Okay, it's this one. All right. Connect with your emotions. So a couple of daily card readings. There's been this sense from the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, some other things over the past week or so about disconnecting from your emotions and not feeling them. I think it's time to feel them. It's time to really like there is this sense, I don't want to put it in the center because that's not correct. Like right here. It's this sense of connecting with your emotions and really enjoying the energy that comes from it, and connecting with your emotions of happiness, competition, joy, gratitude, acquiring something that you're really happy about, that you've worked hard for. Enjoy that. Tap into those celebration emotions and what it could look like at the end of these 2 weeks. Okay. Don't sit on the sidelines. I'm really getting that hard. Like, don't move away from this energy. Tap it. Find a way that syncs with you, that links up with you, how you can tap into that energy. Like I said, even if it's just like cheerleading, you could be a cheerleader for someone else, right? You're still getting involved. You're still interacting with that energy. So enjoy all of this over the next 2 weeks. Enjoy the peak of summer, everyone. I hope this was helpful. Please leave comments down below if you see something I don't, or a card perhaps is calling to you and saying something. Add that into the comment section. I love to see those. I love to interact with those. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope this has given you some ideas of a project you can work on over the next 2 weeks as we get to the new moon. Or maybe just a project that you can prep for as we get into the new moon, and then lay the seeds down on the new moon as we get to the full moon. So however this speaks to you, I hope it is helpful. I hope it is beneficial. And thanks for hanging out with me so far for this reading and for all the readings in the past. Thank you so much. I am going to do a solstice kind of check-in. I did this at the end of the full moon phase. I'm going to do a quarter moon check-in time for the last quarter. Maybe pull a couple extra cards and tie them into this reading. Kind of give more thoughts as to what I see happening and developing based on these cards and what's going on around me personally. So look for that, around the 20th. And I might do a card reading just for the solstice. I haven't decided yet. Let me know your thoughts on that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Leave a like if this reading was helpful. Share this reading, and you can always contact me at alongadifferentpath@gmail.com. All that information is down below. And I will see you on the daily reading. Have an amazing summer, everyone.